Oh my gosh, I'm saying goodbye to my loose hair. And this is after I've blow dried it from taking them out the braids.
Peace, family. So I'm currently installing my Microlocs. So excited. I wanted to tell you guys and just show you just a snippet of how I'm actually doing it. So to start, what I did was I parted my hair from ear to ear, right? And then I section off the middle part to have two different sections, right? So I have this side and this side. And so what I ended up doing is I did this side already, which I'm going to show you guys. And what I essentially did was I wanted it to be even on each side as much as I could. So what I ended up doing was doing 8 rows. So this is a row, this is a row, this is a row, and so forth. So there are 8 rows on this side and 8 rows on this side as well. And to be sure, because I'm very particular about my edges, so I wanted that part to be very uniform as much as I can. So that's what I pretty much based the part off of. I started here to see where I wanted each part to be even, because I didn't want like this to be so tiny and then I have a bigger section. Like I wanted them to be as uniform as possible. So that's how I started. And as far as the back, I kind of just pulled the back, pulled the back, out like that. And I'm gonna just, essentially what I'm gonna do for the back, which I just gonna part the back as I go up each row. And then that's how I'm gonna pretty much tackle the back. But I did the front first because I wanted the front to be as neat as possible. And I'm definitely going to do the back as neat, but I felt like once you do the front first, then you get the hard stuff out the way, right? Because it takes more time with the parting. So I did part the front first before I actually even started twisting. So when I started to section off each part and I put them all in twist like this, and so I'm down to the last 2 rows, and I decided to show you guys how I actually am doing my mini twist. And so again, I started off with my hair blow dried, which I know that, over time my hair is going to shrink because it's not in its natural state. Of course, especially when I put water on it. But I want to show you what I use, guys. So when I washed my hair, the only thing I used was my Dricka Hair growth oil on my actual strands. And I washed my hair last night. So when I was in the shower, I washed my hair. And when I got out, I put the oil in, and then I put it in 4 plaits. And I tied it up and I went to bed. So that when I started to work on my hair today, I didn't have to worry about, it being so tangled. So I just went ahead with it and blow dried it through to get it more straight, because I preferred working with it blow dried because I will be able to get my parts clean as I want them to be. Okay, so that was my gist. And the product that I'm using as I'm twisting, because I already have oil on my hair, which I'm gonna actually oil my scalp really well as whenever I'm done. But this is the product that I'm using, which is Lock-in Gel. All right. So very good stuff. You can find these in some beauty stores. I know here local in Atlanta, because it's a local product, but I'm sure it's now in stores. So, but if not, I do sell this. So it's a pretty large size jar. I don't know if it can get you the, but you can see like the consistency of it is kind of like edge control, but it's made for locks and twists and braids and waves. And even edge. You can use it as an edge and gel. So it has all of that in one. But I love, love, love this stuff. This is the stuff I used when I was doing hair, when I would do my feed-in braids on my clients and stuff. It gives you a nice hold, and it is all like it has a lot of natural products. So I love this stuff. Highly recommend. And that's it, guys. So that's all I'm using, and that'll pretty much be what I'll use throughout my journey. To be honest, is my growth oil and yeah, and the Lock-in Gel. So let's get into this twist. That's what I really wanted to show you guys. So what I essentially do is I just get this Lock-in Gel and I put it right on the part line and right at the root, right? So that I can part this thing and get it really, really clear. Get it really crispy. Now don't mind that it looks kind of white on camera, because it's really not. I just like to make sure I actually undo the one that I'm working on and the one that's beside it, so that I can make sure that the parting is pretty uniform amongst the two. And this is kind of weird looking in the mirror doing this, but I wanted to just show you guys the comb and what I'm using to make sure that my parts are even. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look back into the mirror, and hopefully you guys can see. You guys can see what I'm doing from here. So I'm going to clean up any extra hairs, any stray hairs. Make sure my part is what I want it to be. And I think I can actually add more hair into this section. So I didn't want my my micro twist to be so small. Honestly, this size, I wasn't even envisioning this size, but I think now that I've gotten it done, I think this size is perfect. Any smaller will just be too small though for me, but I can actually manage this because it's not as many locks, but just enough to give me the look I'm going for. So once I have it parted, I like to do all the parting before I do any twisting. So I even like to section off the row into each particular piece that I'm going to use. So I think I am okay with that. Let's see. Let me make sure. And I like to get it from all angles. So what I'll do is I'll pull this back just so that I can see what it looks like even when it's going to the back. So you see how that's giving me that uniformness that I'm looking for. So I think I'm good with this. I'm going to make sure this is out the way. And clean up any little hairs that I may see. And again, you want to take your time. You don't want to rush, especially if you're doing it yourself. You know, if you're at a loctician, I'm going to turn this light on and it may turn a little yellow in here, but I want to make sure I can see my part. So I'm just focusing to get it nice and neat as possible. I'm actually for those who don't know, I'm a retired hairstylist. So, you know, I have the patience for this. This is really... All right, I think I may got it now. Look, I will say that now. I'll be over here trying to correct another piece. Let's see. Okay, that should do it right there for sure. Let's see. No. I don't mind taking my time. I don't mind taking my time simply because I'm keeping these in and I want these to be right. You know what I'm saying? You want them to be right. So yeah. I'm only going to show you guys this section because I feel like you guys will get the idea of how to do them. From this tutorial, so to speak. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to turn this light on one more time because once I have them parted, then I can have the light better for you guys. But I wanted to go ahead and see my parts clearly so I won't have to strain my eyes so much. All right, so again, you want to do all your parting before you commit to twisting because this allows you to maintain consistency with within each twist. So I'm pretty much making sure that they're all neat, that they're all pretty even in the row. I'm also making sure that they are the size that I want as well. So I don't want my edges pieces to be too small or too thin of a segment, so I'm very particular about that. So I'm making sure that it's enough hair in the edges of my I'm gonna show you what I mean. All right, so as you can see, this is my edges. I want to make sure, yes, your girl got edges, okay? These are, and so, you know, I don't have the luxury, but I have the luxury of edges, but I don't have the luxury of doing all the baby hairs and things because my edges are just too long. Look at it. So, you know, I get, it be like little bitty pieces, but I take what I got. I love it. All right, so I take a little the gel, put it between my fingers, and then I divide the hair in two. And you want to feel to make sure that each side feels pretty even. It doesn't matter how it looks up here. It's just about making sure that both of the sides have consistency because you want that uniformness in your twist. Because again, these are Microlocs, so you're going to be keeping these in and you want them to be neat. You want them to maintain their integrity and to last. Now, I started these later in the day because I had other things I needed to do. So I'm going to actually, after I finish these 2 rows, this front part, I'm going to actually go to bed and I'm going to finish the rest tomorrow. And I'll show definitely the finished product and things, but I just wanted to show you guys, like, when I'm twisting, this is the process. Like, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And, you know, it's just way easier to part because you can just grab the piece, you know, make sure you're dividing it in half and it feels pretty even on both sides. If not, you just grab some pieces until it feels more uniform before you start twisting. And then you can go ahead and start your twist. And guys, it's important that you actually kind of like pull at the root to make sure that it's actually getting all the hairs and it's going to be neat so that it can last you a long time before you have to do a retwist or retie, whatever method you're going to go with. I've been doing my research, so I'm going to be into the reties. It's just I prefer that method over retwisting because of the longevity of it. Like those, the reties last longer. And I'm also interested in doing the 2-point reties, simply because I heard that those add more volume and fuller locks versus a 4-tie. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some experimenting with this thing, but I'm pretty excited. I know that once I wash my hair, it's gonna give, because right now it may seem very, very I guess, what is the word I'm looking for, thin or flat, but all of that will change. It's just like that because of the product. It's got it a little stiff as well, and as well as the fact that it's blow dried. So once so that means it's stretched and elongated. But once it starts to experience that shrinkage, you'll see how much different it's gonna look. So trust me, I've had these mini twists before. I didn't actually let them lock. I just was trying the style, and I absolutely love the style. I remember that people were like, you should let these lock, and I was just like, no. I wasn't ready. But now I am ready. I'm committed, honey. I am ready to take this journey. Last night I was in the shower and I was like, this is my last time detangling my loose hair. I'm pretty excited because it was a lot. It's a lot. Like, I didn't ever think I would be ready to let go of my my loose hair, but baby, it's like it really, when it's your time, because it literally hit me. Like I was prepared in my soul, like in my spirit, to make this shift, and I'm gonna tell y'all more about that when I have my finished product and talk about me starting my journey in another video. But yeah, it's quite amazing. All right, so you see how this is what we're working with. Yes, I'm excited, y'all. I'm starting my lock journey. And, you know, this is a pretty good size for me. Again, any smaller, any bigger, I probably wouldn't have appreciated these, but this is perfect. And as they mature, you're gonna see. So for anyone who has fine hair, like I have a lot of hair, but it's fine. Like my density is fine. So for anyone who has fine hair with Microlocs, I know you would love to see this journey and this process and how this will work for you, because if you have my texture hair, this is what you can expect when you're doing them and as they mature. So let me know in the comments below if you have fine hair or hair that kind of resembles mine. And what I mean by fine, like my hair, when I wear it curly, it looks like I have a lot of hair. It looks very, very thick and full. But if I were to straighten my hair, it's not. It's thin. It's very fine, and it doesn't have as much of the volume that I like. Which is one of the reasons why I love my curls, because number one, curls are beautiful. That's why they're natural. It's how I fucking was born. But also because, I love volume and big hair. So curls are a win-win. One more time for the part. We on the last row. So again, guys, make sure that you take your time when you're parting your hair, because again, these are locks that you're committing to. Like, you want them to be right. You want them to be right, okay? You want these to look good. You want these to be neat and all of that jazz. These are for people who are doing their own, the DIY. Doing your own, honey. Well, that's a DIO. DIO. Do your own, shawty. But no, so if you're doing your own, then you want to make sure you take your time. There is no rush. Like for me, like this is gonna take place over a 2-day, I guess, period, but that's okay, I have other things I needed to do, and we still gonna make it do what it do. All right, let's see. All right, we back. So I'm gonna show you guys this last row, and then we're gonna end the video here. I just wanted to show you guys how I am starting. As you can see, how I am starting this process. Twist, twist, twist. Just like that. I actually love when I'm looking forward to wetting it and washing it and all that, because I know that it's gonna give me more volume, give me more of that fullness that I'm looking for. Right now it's looking very, very, it's giving very, very, flat, but I'm gonna work with that, because I accept my hair in all stages, okay? And that's what you have to learn when you're on this journey. Accept your hair in all stages. Hell, I've learned that in my natural hair journey, to be honest. Like when wearing my loose hair, I just allow it to be. Like, every day is a good hair day. Every day is a good hair day. And so it is. But yeah, so far I'm loving everything about it. I'm loving the size that I did. I'm loving the front layout. I'm loving it. I mean, I feel like as they mature, they're just gonna get better and better, and I'm looking forward to that. So let's see, we got one more. And as I was saying for the last time, because I won't be showing you guys how I do the back. I'll show you guys my layout, of course, once it's done. Hold on, let me make sure this part is actually. And you make sure you have a mirror, right? Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right. So make sure each side, like I was saying, each side is even, and when you section them off in two, and then you start your twist. Let me see if I can try to get myself in this frame, show you guys. You see that? That's how I'm doing it. Like I just kind of just tug it a little bit, not too tight, but just taut, and then go down the twist until the end, to the very end. And then I'm going to show you guys how the parting layout that I did looks overall for the front, of course. Do-do-do-do. All right, so I got the front done. All right, yes. All right, so guys, like I said, this is how it's looking right now. But please understand, your girl is going to be a lock goddess, okay? So yeah, so let me see how it would look if I pulled it back. Yes, very neat. Very neat, okay? Boom. All right, so that's what I have so far. I'm gonna update you guys further along in the journey. And thank you guys for watching and tuning in. I see you guys in the next video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more content, let me know what kind of questions you have. What would you like to see? What would you like to know? Leave it in the description, the comment box. And I'll see you guys later.